guys, Marsegan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so the Part 2 LR has finally been revealed. We've been waiting the last couple of days now to get this news. The reveal today means that I guess the unit should be out. It's obviously now Tuesday morning for me here in the UK. The news drops at 9 AM. I'm assuming this means Thursday morning, because it's normally, the old pattern was always reveal, data download the next day, then release. But the last couple of times, like Global especially, hasn't gotten the data download until basically right before the unit comes out. But yeah, very interestingly, we talked about this on the stream, and as we've been discussing who the Part 2 LR could be, we talked about the idea of actually having the Tuffle possessed hybrid Saiyans, whether it be all three of them, or just a combination of them, or even like the whole Tuffle army of, like, you know, a whole bunch of them in the background of all the other Earthlings, Bulla, Bulma, like any sort of combination, because obviously a character that is going to be on Corroded Body and Mind, who therefore is a direct buff and support for Baby, considering the way his kit and everything works, like I feel personally was the best choice for the Part 2 LR. Like people talking about Oob or Marjoob being the Part 2, which would be cool enough in its own right, I guess, but like is absolutely no help for Baby or his team. So I think this is definitely an interesting choice, but probably the right choice, right? So it's Super Saiyan Gohan possessed and Super Saiyan Goten possessed. So the interesting thing is, this is obviously the first proper joined forces character release that we've had for a little while, really, since they started doing reversible exchange stuff. And obviously we do have their information here as well, so we are going to go through it. I haven't looked at it yet, so as always I like to do that for these reveal sort of things. It is my genuine first impression, first reaction to the unit and how good I think they are. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go through all of this stuff here. So where's the full screen? There we go. So they are an extreme int unit. So I wonder if they're a stacker, because we talked about how Baby came out and was a stacker but wasn't extreme int, AGL or tech, so therefore was of no help to you for the festival battles mission. So these guys are extreme int. So Omen of Destruction is the name of the card. They lead Corroded Body and Mind or Joined Forces, obviously for both 200% because they're a yellow coin LR. But yeah, let's take a look, shall we? So yeah, Corroded Body and Mind Joined Forces 200%. Passive skill activates the entrance animation when there is another Corroded Body and Mind character on the team upon the character's entry. So just one other Corroded Body and Mind character. So if you're running their team with the friend version, then obviously you just have that already anyway. But obviously this is designed, of course, to be procced by Baby. So for one turn, they get an activation of chance to dodge 10% for one turn, chance to dodge 10% for 3 turns. So turn 1, this is 20%, then the next turn it's 10%. I'm assuming they've got some dodge in their passive already that this adds on to. So basic effect, key 3, attack and defense 250%, high chance to evade enemies' attacks. Okay, so yeah, they've got 50% chance to dodge normally anyway. And then on turn 1, they're getting an extra 20%. When there's another Corroded Body and Mind character ally attacking in the same turn, key 3 and chance of evading enemies' attacks to 20%. Okay, oh, and then before attacking, chance of evading enemy attacks 10%. So hang on, so this is 20% on turn 1, there's 20% from this, 50% from this, that's 70, right? Then 20% if there's a Corroded Body and Mind character, that's 90, and then before attacking, chance of evading another 10%. So on their very first turn, as long as you get their intro buff, they have a 100% chance to dodge. So on their first turn, you could put them in slot 1, regardless of the situation, right, with all the attacks, as long as the event doesn't disable dodge. So that's very interesting. And then after evading an attack, they launch an additional super. So if they're dodging in slot 1, you get that additional super for the turn. For every attack evaded, key 1 up to 5, attack 30% up to 150, and defense to 50% up to 250. So once they've dodged 5 times, they get 5 extra key, 150% extra attack, 250% extra defense. I mean, that gives them 500% defense, like start of turn, which is kind of crazy. When attacking with 18 or more key, they get an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, so 70%. And then when attacking with 24 key, attack 100%, corroded body and mind allies, defense 200%. Okay, so they already start off with key 3. If there's a corroded body and mind allies, they've got 6 key. So on a normal leader skill, they're already at 12 key at the start of the turn. They don't get any extra key from orbs or anything, but once they've dodged 5 attacks, that means they're starting the turn on 17 key, which is interesting. So yeah, and then they buff defense for the corroded body and mind allies when they attack. So they're very clearly supposed to be a slot 1 unit for the corroded body and mind team. Obviously on turn 1, 100% chance to dodge before attacking. Then on turn 2, they only lose that first 10%. So on their second turn in slot 1, they have a 90% chance to dodge. And then after that, it's then 80%, which is still pretty good. And they're already int. So if you just build them full dodge, they're going to have like potentially 30 dodge in the hidden potential system as well. Of course, with the stats, even with 500% base defense, they've got no guard or damage reduction. So if you're putting them in slot 1 and they don't dodge a super, then they are going to die. But we haven't seen all of their kit. They do have an active skill, so I don't know what that does. They've got, yeah, the active skill, Shadows of the Two Brothers, can be activated starting from next attacking turn after the character evades an enemy attack. So as soon as you've dodged once, you can use their active skill on the next turn, which is key 5, attack 30%, attacks effective against all types, and guaranteed dodge for 1 turn. So that's pretty crazy. So actually, turn 1, they have a 100% chance to dodge. Then on turn 2, if you use their active skill, like normally they would still have 90%, but then turn 2, if you use their active skill, they have a 100% chance to dodge again. So in events that are only going to last you like 3, 4, even 5 turns potentially, like these guys can twice go in slot 1 and not get hit at all. And obviously Baby is a slot 2 unit, so very much needed a slot 1 character that was going to be very strong. And then of course these guys have Thirst for Conquest, Hatred of Saiyans, GT, Fierce Battle that they'll share with Baby. They do have Super Saiyan, Kamehameha and Legendary Power as well. They're on Corroded Body and Mind, Joint Forces, Hybrid Saiyans, Super Saiyans, Earthbred Fighters, Terrifying Conquerors, Mission Execution, Kamehameha. So the only problem with these kind of characters, and we talked about it in the past with the issues with that category, obviously no GT bosses because they're not the actual boss of the arc, which is a little bit annoying. And I guess they're also not on like Inhuman Deeds, so they're not on Omega's team. I mean, obviously they're very clearly designed to be on a Corroded Body and Mind team. So they very much are designed to support Baby, which, I mean, for some people, obviously, if you don't have Baby or you're not interested in Baby, then this is just an automatic easy skip. But this is kind of what I think Part 2 LRs in these filler celebrations should be for. Because, like, these guys are a massive buff to Baby's team. They are absolutely, like, the slot 1 unit that he needs or that he wants on his team, right? And then for their, so that was their active skill, their links to their categories. So for their super attacks, the 12 key super is raises attack and defense for 3 turns. That's good. Colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Because bear in mind, they do have a couple of different ways that they can get additional supers, right? After they dodge, they get a guaranteed one. And then with 18 key, they get a great chance. So with that and then the hidden potential, they could 12 key super 3 times in the turn, which is giving them a 3-turn raise. That's pretty good. And then their 18 key super is greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack. Okay, so they don't stack. So they're not going to be good for Festival. So yeah, the next 2 extreme units they released after that extreme mission for Festival aren't good for Festival. That's an interesting choice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and check out their animations here. Like I said, I haven't watched these yet either, so let's go ahead and check these out. Okay, yeah, so the intro is Gohan powers up and then gets possessed.
Yes, this is what I've come to expect of Saiyan power. This is the kind of ability and control I need.
Okay, so that's the intro. 12 key. Okay. Nothing super crazy, but it's pretty good.
That windy power of yours won't be enough to catch up.
Oh, nice. It's got that. That's very cool. Okay, I forgot because the active skill is not an attack. So, yeah, this is the obviously the active skill is the thing that gives them the buff.
That windy power of yours won't be enough to catch up.
Yeah, so it like stops there because it's like basically them just like taunting him, and then that's the yeah, that's the thing that gives them the buff, and they have like the guaranteed dodge for the turn. And then this is the 18 key super, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they included this. It's an image you see get shared all the time. And yeah, I don't remember GT much, but I'm sure that that doesn't happen, does it? The like Gohan, Goten, like Brotherhood Kamehameha again. But that looks pretty cool. Again, considering, you know, it's just a yellow coin LR. The animations aren't like insane or anything, but pretty good and pretty decent for what they are. So yeah, definitely looks very interesting. And then we have some information on upcoming content. Now, this is quite funny, the fact that these guys, as soon as I saw that they were the Part 2 LR, I could guess straight away, right? So we got a new intensifying fight stage, stage 10, and then you can see here, new missions for the GT story events. So the possessed Goten, the possessed Trunks, and the possessed Gohan are all getting Dokkan Awakenings. And this was a thing that a lot of people were saying about in Part 1, that it was like a massive fumble that they didn't awaken or do anything with these guys for the baby celebration, for the baby team. And obviously, yeah, they were saving it for Part 2 to come out with the Part 2 LR. Still would have been useful to have them in Part 1 for Baby's team, but like as soon as I saw the tweet that they were the LR for Part 2, it's like, okay, well, they're obviously awakening those guys in Part 2 now. And that is, yeah, confirmed in this information on upcoming content thing. There's also going to be a burst mode for the Ultimate Android Incarnation of Ambitions event. Which is, of course, is the Super 17 Dokkan event. I don't think, have we had one for Super 17 at all? So it's normally with these, they do like the first stage. So it's just going to be the AGL Super 17 one, but it could be the second one. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much. It's just a Dokkan event. So burst mode upcoming for Super 17. And then, yeah, these guys are confirmed to be getting Dokkan Awakenings. Now, the interesting thing about these guys is all they do currently is buff their same type allies, right? Trunks gives int allies 3 key, 30% defense. Goten gives physical allies only 3 key for some reason. And Gohan gives tech allies 3 key and 30% defense. What's really funny is back in the day when I first started playing and you had like the physical legendary Super Saiyan Broly with this as the 70% leader for a physical team. Like, I used to run this guy on his team just as like a key support for everybody else. And he did have like Super Saiyan at least. But yeah, these guys getting Awakenings is very interesting because, like, surely they're going to change this type support to being either, like, all allies or extreme allies or corroded body and mind or something. I mean, to be fair, just making it corroded body and mind instead of physical types is probably worse. So, ideally, they change it to all allies. And then, yeah, Goten actually gets the defense as well. Or they just all get attack and defense. But, yeah, these guys are all getting Awakenings. As long as they're decent, as long as they're runnable, hopefully they give the project to the same person who made the free-to-play clones from the Global Dokkan campaign. Because, yeah, if these guys are all good, like all usable, we've already got massive buffs for Baby's team now. Because you've got Baby, the Part 2 LR, these 3 guys. That's already 5 of your 6 characters, right? So hopefully these guys are going to be good. My expectations are always fairly low for free-to-play characters, but yeah, these guys are the Part 2 Awakenings to go with the Part 2 LR. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. The possessed Gohan and Goten, some people called it, some people I think will be quite surprised. What do you guys think? Obviously, they're a yellow coin LR, so their banner will have pity, but realistically, I would say probably not a great summon for most people. And if you don't have baby, I would say probably like the easiest skip ever. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.